To grow up or to not grow up? That is our question for today. Now, I want you to raise your hands at home if you are in the teen grow up, that you want to grow up, you think it's going to be so cool to be an adult, you think there's all these amazing things you get to do, and you just can't wait to grow up. Raise your hand. Okay. Now raise your hand if you're the opposite. If you want to stay a kid, you don't want to have the responsibilities, you don't want to become an adult, you just want to be a kid forever. Raise your hand. Interesting. Seems like we have a pretty even group. So my question to you is, well, why would you not want to grow up, and why would you want to grow up? Some of the things that we often get to hear in the classrooms when we ask kids these questions is that they can't wait to eat whatever they want, whenever they want to as an adult, that they can't wait to learn how to drive, or that they want to have a family and they want to have a house. And some people really want that responsibility. And then I ask the kids, well, what would be bad about being an adult? And we hear, oh, bills, having to pay things, having a job, constantly having responsibility, right? If you're a parent, there's a lot of responsibilities to that. You have to make sure that you have a place for your family to live, that there's enough food to eat, that you have clothes to wear, that your kids are doing well, that they're behaving themselves, that they're doing their schoolwork. That's a lot of responsibility. It doesn't mean you can't have an Oreo when you want one, but which would you rather have? And then you hear about being a kid and staying a kid forever, and how that could be so fun to just always play, to only have small amounts of responsibility, but you wouldn't get to experience a lot of things, right? You wouldn't get to experience what it's like to drive a car, or to graduate from high school, or graduate from college, to have a job where you go every day and you feel really proud of what you do. And you wouldn't start a family maybe, and you wouldn't, what are some other milestones? You wouldn't maybe have kids, you wouldn't buy a house. There are so many different things. So are you okay giving up all those things to stay like Peter Pan and to stay as little forever as you possibly could? It's an interesting question, and it's a question presented to Wendy throughout our story. So much so that Wendy decides at the end of it that she wants to go home and she wants to grow up. Even though she's had a taste of this life with Peter, even though it's full of adventure and full of danger and excitement, she'd still rather experience what it feels like to get older and grow up. So I think that's such an interesting question for us to think about. I have one more favor to ask of you. We would love to see your kid pictures. Maybe it's a picture of you as a baby, and Miss Bridie will post one below. Maybe it's your favorite picture of you with your siblings, but something where it shows you not growing up, or a time frozen, a moment and a picture frozen in time of you as a baby or as a kid, or right now if you're watching this. So do us a favor and post that, and I'll make sure to post mine too. All right, don't forget, we have one more song to sing. It's our goodbye song for the week. So click on that, and I hope you enjoyed watching I Won't Grow Up with some of our favorite Peter Pans.